Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno announces a hard lockdown in Sampaloc district of Manila.
A
A few
few
minutes
minutes ago,
ago, I
akin
signed
pong
a new
pinirmahan
executive order for our city,
ang bagong executive order ng ating lungsod.
and I would
At
like to read this
nais ko
executive
pong
order to you.
basahin sa inyo ang executive order na ito. And I hope you don't
And I
mind
hope you don't mind by
continue
continuing watching and listening carefully.
and listening carefully. And
And if you have an
kung may
opportunity to,
pagkakataon ay
please share
hindi
this
man
information.
kalalisan, please share this information
For proper guidance to our fellow
ng ating
citizens,
mga
not just for
kababayan.
Sampaloc, but
Hindi
for
lang
all
sa
of Manila.
Sampaloc, pati na rin sa buong Maynila.
An order providing a 48-hour shutdown of the entire Sampaloc district of Manila
District of Manila from 8 p.m. of April 23,
from 8 p.m. of April 23rd
2020 until 8 p.m. of April 25
until 8 p.m. of April 25th, 2020,
disease
for purposes of disease surveillance, verification, or testing, and rapid risk assessment in relation to COVID-19.
in relation to COVID-19. Ibig sabihin,
What this means is that on Thursday night at 8 p.m., this all begins.
sisimula. Whereas under Section 15,
Whereas under Section 15, Article 2 of the Philippine Constitution, it is the state's policy to protect the health of the people,
to help of the people.
whereas Republic Act RA 11332, otherwise known as Mandatory Reporting of Notifiable Diseases and Health Events of Public Health Concern Act,
of Public Health Concern Act,
provides the state shall endeavor to protect the people from public health threats through the efficient and effective disease surveillance of notifiable diseases, including emergent infectious diseases, and provide an effective response in compliance with international standards. Further, the state recognized public health emergency as a threat to public health and national security.
Whereas Section 3, open close parenthesis, N,
Also referring to RA 11332, Section 3. Section defines the response as the implementation of specific activities to control further spread of infectious outbreaks or epidemics,
outbreaks or epidemics,
and prevent reoccurrence.
It includes verification.
It also includes verification,
assessment
rapid
activities,
risk assessment
among
activities, among others.
Whereas Section 6, open close parenthesis, E,
Referring to another section of RA 11332, Section 6,
332,
provides that the DOH, Department of Health, and its local counterparts have the statutory and regulatory authority to enforce, among others, rapid containment, quarantine, and isolation,
rapid containment, quarantine, and isolation, disease prevention,
control measures, and response activities for events of public health concern. Whereas President Rodrigo Duterte
R. Duterte
issued proclamation number 922 2020,
2020,
declaring a state of public health emergency throughout the Philippines. In view of the COVID-19, under Presidential Proclamation 922,
number 922,
the spread of COVID-19 was considered as an emergency that threatens the national security. This declaration capacitated local government units to immediately act to prevent loss of life, utilize appropriate resources to implement urgent and critical measures
and critical measures
to contain or prevent the spread of COVID-19,
as well as to mitigate
mitigate
and impact
its effect and impact to the community.
Whereas
As early as April 8th, there have been
there have been about
about 67 positive cases reported in Sampaloc district of Manila. On April 19th, these numbers continue to rise, with a total of 98 positive cases and 158 suspected cases in the area.
And 158 suspected cases in the area. Whereas, under Section 455,
Now referring to Local Government Code of
open
Manila,
close parenthesis letter B, open parenthesis number 1, open and close parenthesis Roman numeral number 7 of the Local Government Code.
the City Mayor is empowered to carry out such emergency measures as may be necessary during and in after the aftermath
of
man-made and natural
disasters
disasters or calamities.
Now, therefore,
Now, therefore, I,
Francisco
Francisco Domagoso,
Domagoso, by virtue of the power vested in me,
by virtue of power vested in me by
in
law,
order to contain the spread and
in order to
mitigate
contain the spread and
any
mitigate any
adverse
adverse effect of COVID-19,
COVID-19,
hereby orders the 48-hour
shutdown,
shutdown
or mas madali nyo maintindihan,
or hard lockdown
from 8 p.m. of April
from 8 p.m. of April 23rd until 8 p.m. of April 25th, 2020
of
of the entire Sampaloc district of Manila
for
for purposes of disease surveillance, verification or testing, and rapid risk assessment.
As the city's response
As the city's response measures to the imminent danger posed by COVID-19 to the said locality
as well as the entire city.
as well as the entire city.
During the shutdown
During the shutdown period,
all
all residents
of the said district
of the said district
shall be strictly confined
to their residence
and are
prohibited
from
from going out of their houses,
except
except for the
the
following.
following: A.
A.
Health workers residing in the
Health
the
workers
district,
residing in the
such as
district, such as doctors, nurses,
hospital, clinic aides,
hospital clinic aides,
and
laboratory
and
dialysis technicians.
technician during a health-related emergency. B.
Letter B.
Officers and
Members of PNP, AFP, and government
PCT,
workers
and government workers rendering
emergency frontline services, border control, and other critical services.
Letter C. Service workers
Letter
who are
C.
working in
Service
pharmacies,
workers who are working in
drugstores,
pharmacies,
and
drugstores,
death care
and death care
service
service establishments.
Letter D. The officers of barangay,
Letter D.
chairpersons,
Officers of barangay,
barangay
chairpersons,
secretaries,
barangay secretaries,
barangay
barangay treasurers,
kagawads,
kagawads, and executive officers,
officers,
aka
o mas kilala
EXOs.
natin as XO, yung head po ng mga tanod. Letter E. Workers in the media
Letter E.
industry,
Workers in the media industry, duly accredited by the Presidential
Communications
Communications
Operations
Operations Offices,
and
NIATF.
All other commercial,
All other commercial,
industrial,
retail, institutional, and other businesses
activities not mentioned
not mentioned in the above exemptions
in the said district
shall be suspended within the specified period of the shutdown.
Period of the shutdown.
Further,
pursuant to the power of operational supervision
and control of the City Mayor over the Philippine National Police, units in their respective jurisdiction, station commanders of police stations in the said district are hereby directed to employ and deploy officers and personnel in strategic locations in areas in the district necessary for the effective implementation
necessary for the effective implementation of the shutdown
of the shutdown as identified under the approved concept of operations.
operation. This executive order shall
This
take
executive
effect
order
immediately, signed by
shall take it
yours truly.
effect immediately, signed by yours truly.
Kaya po, mga
So the citizens of the city,
yan po
those
ang
are the
nilalaman
details
ng
of the executive order.
ating executive order.
I hope this
malinaw
order
po
is
sa ating
clear
lahat.
to all of us.
Kaya po, inagahan
That's why we
namin
made this
ang
announcement
aming
early,
announcement
so that you have
para
the
nang sa
opportunity
ganoon ay
to
magkaroon
prepare.
kayo ng mga preparasyon. At ang inyong lingkod naman, meron pa tayong
As your public office
mga
official,
a few
we need to get this
thousand
message across
individual
to a
or
few thousand families in
families
this city by today
that needs to
and
be
tomorrow.
addressed today and tomorrow. And I hope
And I hope 2 days is enough for you to prepare for the shutdown or hard lockdown
for the shutdown or hard lockdown of the entire
of the entire
on
Sampaloc
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Ito po, no?
I'll repeat myself again.
Hanggang Biyernes,
From Thursday until Friday, no one will be allowed to come out of their houses.
kinakansela po namin ang
During that time, we will
lahat
also be
ng
canceling all quarantine
mga
passes that you
quarantine
usually
pass na
use during the day.
ginagamit sa araw. At hinihikayat po namin
We're all
kayo
hoping and encouraging you to buy the
na
things you
ang
need
inyong mga
by
gamit
either today, tomorrow,
ngayong araw
or
na
Thursday
ito.
morning.
Bukas o sa Webes ng umaga. Dahil pagdating ng gabi,
Because by Thursday night,
tayo na
we
po
will start
ang
enforcing.
papatupad. Kapag hindi po kayo
If you are not
nakapabilang
one of those
sa mga
exempted
exempted,
in this lockdown, you are prohibited
isang konsiderasyon
from going
nyo,
out of your
hindi
home.
po kayo pwedeng lumabas. At kung sakali,
If there are those who still want to act against these lockdown orders,
kayo po ay aming dadalhin
we will detain you
sa isang
in special holding facilities
holding facilities.
separate from current jail
Instead,
facilities.
nadali namin kayo sa mga jail room ng mga presinto at baka makahawa pa kayo
In order to prevent you from infecting other police officers and current inmates.
nakakulong sa mga jailhouse ng aming mga presinto. Kayo po ay ilalagay
We will
sa
instead
isang
bring you
sports
and detain
complex.
you in the
Sama-sama
sports
kayo
complex where you will be
ilalagay
together
doon
with
at
others that
mananatili
violated the
kayo
48-hour
doon
lockdown.
hanggat meron po tayong hanggat
You'll be detained
hindi
there
po
until the executive order stays active.
order. Ayaw
We
po
do not
namin
want to
gawin
do
yun.
this to you. We do not want to detain you like that. It is not hard to do what the city is asking you to do. I know you already want to come out of this situation we find ourselves in.
Pinalalagyan natin ngayon.
The stress and frustrations.
Pagkainip, at alam kong gusto niyo nang bumalik sa
I know what you want is for things to be normal again and to finally go back to work.
sa aming pong palagay.
After carefully studying this from what we do know, we believe
maliit
and
aming
hope
kaalaman,
by doing this
isa
lockdown,
ito sa mga makakatulong.
this will help the efforts of mitigating the COVID virus.
Na mapababa natin ang bilang ng contagion ng nasabing virus na COVID-19. So muli sa
So
ating
for
mga
those of
kababayan
Sampaloc,
sa minsan
sometimes, as sour tasting the vinegar may be, sometimes we have to drink it.
kailangan nating
We need to be united as one. We need to help each other.
tayo. Tumasa kayo
At the very least,
sa
you can
maliit
count on
na
us.
kaparaanan ay,
And know that you have the
ang
support of the
pagkakaroon
local
ng inyong
and national government
pamahalaang lungsod, pamahalaang nasyonal sa
under the leadership of President Rodrigo
Rodrigo
Rora Duterte.
Yan lamang po.
That's all, and I hope we all have an understanding and that information is enough.
Sapat na ang impormasyon
And I hope that the time we have given you will be enough time to prepare.
para kayo'y makapaganda. Ngayon, kung sa tingin niyo po
Now, if you
ang
think your
inyong mga
friends
kaibigan
or loved ones
na
missed this
kilala at
broadcast,
mahal sa buhay ay hindi nakapanood ng broadcast na ito,
I ask you a favor to please share this to them,
please share it to them.
the entire broadcast,
And
for
please
proper
watch the
information
entire
dissemination.
broadcast for proper information dissemination and guidance of everybody.
Just like what the president is calling for, solidarity.
Nananawagan po ako. Katulad ng panawagan ng Pangulo. Solidarity.
Be united as one.
Pagkakaisa. Kaya po natin.
We can do this.
Mahirap,
It will be hard.
Madali,
It won't be easy.
maraming
Lots of
sacrifice.
sacrifices.
Pero pasasaan
The
ba?
Lord has mercy.
May awa
We
ang
will
Diyos.
rise from this.
Makakaraos din po tayo. Magandang araw
Have a
po.
good day.
Pagpalain nawa kayo
Bless you
ng
all.
poong may kapal.
Manila. God first.
Thank you.
Please like and subscribe if you find this information useful. Also share with anyone else that might find this video useful. Thank you.